Mhm. Hello? Is anybody in here? I see one person in here. See if I could stand this guy up over here. No, his head is too heavy. He won't stand up. How are you all doing? I'm kind of excited. Not only do I have that, I'm almost done with round 72 of the Liliana Afghan. Yep, round 72. It's where I'm at. And hi, Cheryl, how are you? I'm a new subscriber to your channel too. How are you, Cheryl? Which one? The Liliana? The one that's off-white? It won't be done for a long time. I'm on round 72 and there's 118 rounds. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I would never have started this if I didn't have other people who know more about crocheting than I do to help me. But I'm almost done with round 72. I'm on the last row of it. And hello, everybody. Everybody came in at once. That's great. Yeah, I was showing her this is all I've got left to do of this row 70 or round 72 of the Liliana. Well, you got to keep in mind that when you're working in the round, every round gets bigger. So it's going to take me a while because every round gets bigger. So I just had to open or make the loop bigger so it doesn't come apart. This is my Casablanca Afghan, which I'm waiting for the next installment of my. They're gonna send me some yarn and the pattern for another section of this Afghan. And this is the Casablanca Afghan. So what are you all working on? So Lisa, the Grammy, lives in Kansas also. What part of Kansas, Lisa? Okay. Me and you loves my blanket. Me, you, and yarn. Okay, I got messed up on your name. All right. Lisa knits. You're almost three. No, far from it. Okay. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Cheryl. Hello, everyone. Lisa, the Grammy Scattered. Near Fort Riley. Oh, so you live near Junction City. Is that right? I live in the Wichita area. I'm halfway through another blanket. Okay. We've all been busy, it seems. I'm knitting a blanket for my son and just uploaded my intro video. Awesome. Alma, Kansas. I don't know where that is. Yes, we are busy little bees. I wanted to get on here because I wanted to show you that, Creative Grandma, she did a review of this magazine, Crochet World. And I was so impressed that I went and ordered me a 2-year subscription to the magazine. And so this is my first issue right here. It's the one that she fell in love with. She fell in love with the squares, this Afghan on the cover. And so I really loved all the items in here, or a good portion of them. Not that I need any more projects going, because if any of you have watched my videos, you know that I've got a whole lot of projects going right now. Most of them are tops. I also have a basket going, and I finished my triceratops. Having trouble standing them up though. I am so excited that I was up to 300 subscribers last night. And this morning I get up and I'm down to 296. But now I'm back up to over like 309, I think, the last time I checked. So, yes, Cheryl, I was very impressed. Thank you. I'm at 313. Oh, wow. That's awesome. One night on my live, because I don't know how to schedule a live, so I just show up and, hit a button to go live, and I'm instantaneously live, and people eventually see me. I find YouTube does take some away from you. Well, on one of my lives the other night, I met a guy came on who does not crochet, who I don't know, who dances, and he's in Europe. Grammy Colleen. How are you? I'm just so pleased to see you all in here. Okay, I've got Cheryl, I've got Grammy Colleen, Lisa Knits, Lisa the Grammy Scattered. Well, now there's only 3 in here, so I'm not sure who left, but that's okay. What would you all like to talk about? What would you like to learn? Okay, Grammy Colleen is my moderator. I don't think I need more than 1 right now. Lisa Knits. Oh, you're doing so good, Grammy Colleen. Putting everybody's channel on. How long have I been crocheting? My mother-in-law taught me how to follow patterns when we got married, or shortly after, so 94, and I knew the basics before then. So almost 30 years I've been crocheting. I've crocheted a lot of things, and a lot of the thumbnails I use are pictures of things I've crocheted years and years ago that I put on my computer. But I've got a lot of pictures on my phone of items I've made within the last 3-4 years that I probably should upload those to my computer so I could use those as thumbnails also. Because I'm running out of things to post for thumbnails. Because I didn't use my phone or upload what's on my phone to my computer. Okay, so yeah, I've been crocheting for 28 years at least. I knew the basics before then, but I couldn't really do anything other than make a chain stitch effectively because I didn't know how to increase, decrease, or make a panel straight like the sides of an afghan if you're gonna work, turn and single crochet in that row and or double crochet. I didn't know how to add a chain or a single crochet at the end of a row so that the piece would not bend or bobble. Okay, let's see. Thanks, Colleen. Thank you, Colleen. Thanks. Colleen keeps putting in new links. Do I use a certain type of yarn? I find I do not like the yarn that gets all over my clothes as I'm crocheting. I find that wool gets little fibers that end up all over my clothes. So they get all over the house. And I really don't like that. So I like a soft acrylic. I like cotton blends. I don't like messy fibers. I don't know. I know Bag a Day loves wool. I don't mind wool, but I don't want to be wearing it when I'm done crocheting for the time. Hope that makes sense. I've thrown some yarn in your window. Thank you. Okay. Did you enter the race to 500 friends? Everybody is encouraged to check out the playlist. There are some yummy prizes. Yes, I have gone there and I have uh, posted and all everybody's things, so I am helping them to increase their numbers. I'm hoping they return the favor. I don't know how to get involved as being one of the people in there to help Laura and who's the other one? Is it you, Grammy Colleen, trying to get to 500? I don't know how to get on the board with everybody who's helping you. But I've signed up for everybody's things. And I am already subscribed to both you and Laura. But working and raising 5 kids didn't give me much time to crochet a lot. But I don't work now, so doing a lot more crocheting now. That's great, Lisa. My kids are grown. I don't have grandchildren yet, but I'm learning how to do amigurumi so I could crochet a bunch of them for future grandkids. Not magic. Okay. Good deal, Michelle. Thank you. All right. You're welcome. I just subscribe. Are you wanting to get a community tab? What does a community tab do? Make a video with the hashtag and I will add it to the playlist. I don't know how to do all that, Colleen. Hi, Liz. How are you? Okay. Becoming me. Who's becoming me? My kids are grown and all on their own except one. 7 grandkids, but none live close. The eldest grandson graduated high school last month. Wow. Becoming me is Trisha. All right. Well, welcome. Welcome in, everybody. I am trying to be. Grammy Colleen, you're doing wonderful. A community tab lets you write messages and upload photos. That's awesome. Cheryl, throw some yarn in your window. Not magic, Cheryl. I'm not sure what I want yet. I'm just a baby YouTuber. So am I. I've only been a content creator for a month. June 3rd was my first video. I'm so happy you all are in here. Yeah, and Colleen's doing a fantastic job being a moderator. Hi, Daigo. How are you? I've uploaded a lot of videos since June 3rd. I think this is I've uploaded over 30 videos. I have to have minimum 50 subs to get a live. I didn't know there was a minimum, but I didn't do it right away, but it seemed like the Yarny community, everyone with a channel who knows you have a channel will subscribe to you because they want to help out the Yarny community. The Yarny community on YouTube is fantastic with helping each other out. Isn't that right, Daigo? So within 2 weeks, I had over 80 subscribers. And then I became a fairy in the Christmas and July fairies. And my numbers went crazy to over 200 within the next 2 weeks. And now it's gone to over 300. So I'm pretty excited, but yet not. I don't know much about YouTubing yet. So, okay. It really is. It's awesome. So I'm looking forward to my next 500 subs. I'm figured every 100 up to 1,000 I'll do a giveaway. I'm not starting my giveaways yet until after the Christmas and July fairies, at least until I pick my semifinalist. And then I will start having my 100, 200, and 300 subscriber giveaways. And I was thinking about having them all done at the same time. Do you think that's a good idea? Because I don't want the same person to win all three of them. So I need some input here because I don't know much about what I'm doing. Other than I didn't want to have giveaways in the middle of while the Christmas and July fairies was going on. You do. Okay, I do what I feel comfortable doing. All right. Well, thank you, Dago. I'm glad you'll support me in whatever I do. You're such a lovely woman. You all are lovely. I thank you for being so supportive. Yes, I know giveaways can get overwhelming and expensive. I was watching one lady's giveaway video for 100 subscribers, and she was giving away a lot more than I would for a 100 subscriber. Um, although what I'm going to be giving away is going to be some yarn, some notions, and whatever else I want to throw in. But I don't think I'm going to go to the extent of spending $50 it for a tote bag, or because she had a tote bag in there too. I don't know. I think once I get monetized, then I'll have the bigger giveaways. But that's a ways down the road yet. Okay, let me catch up on the chat. Giveaways, yeah, can get overwhelming. I haven't put up any videos yet. Everyone should do what makes them comfortable. I said I'll check you out in a bit. Okay. I follow so many that I lose track when I enter the giveaway. Michelle, if other creators have giveaways, you can still do your giveaways at the same time. I realize that, but I've got one going with the Christmas in July fairies, which is why I don't want to start another one right now. I had to buy a new, so I can't even buy yarn this month. Oh. I have so much yarn, I don't want to go buy yarn unless I need it. Which, once I'm done with this pound of yarn for my Liliana, then I have to go buy more. But that probably won't be until the end of the month. Not magic. Are you Tina? Wow. I've stopped. Oh, you're Cheryl, you're in Australia. So what time is it there, Cheryl? Oh, okay. Not magic is Roberta. Camper is Tina. And sorry about that, Roberta. I'm in Queensland and today is freezing cold and wet. Oh, that stinks. So what time is it there in Australia? 10:50 a.m. Tuesday. Wow. Okay, so you're about 15 hours ahead of us. Wow. Okay. Well, Lisa Nitz is in Melbourne. Roberta. Wow. Okay. So Lisa Nitz and Cheryl are both in Australia. Or, yeah. You learn to just answer? Okay. You're funny. Have you all watched my video from last night where I showed all my whips, my works in progress? I had like 4 tops going, and I found an Afghan while going through my yarn stash that it's a whip. Lisa, I'll send some heat if you'll send me some cold. That sounds great, Roberta. Yeah, when it's summer here, it's winter in the southern hemisphere because we live in the northern hemisphere. Northwest of Brisbane. Winter until the end of August. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's interesting, isn't it? Uh-oh, grandkids are calling. All right. Yeah, I don't have any yet. Sometimes my future son-in-law hops on when I go live. Cheryl and I are the same time until where I am in Australia goes to daylight savings. Okay, so she doesn't do daylight savings? It's too confusing because we don't all do the same thing. It's like Arizona doesn't do daylight savings. And I forget where else. And now Florida's wanting to stay in daylight savings. Okay, so yeah, Cheryl doesn't do daylight savings time. You know, some states in the United States don't do it either. And then Florida wants to stay in daylight savings, which would really confuse people. No, we're not all daylight savings. No. Arizona does not do daylight savings. Yeah, Lisa, I hate it too. It's just so hard to adjust, especially our bodies don't adjust well when we get older to the daylight savings or standard, switching the clocks back and forth. Well, Roberta, I couldn't tell you for sure, but I don't think so. I have a friend who lives in Arizona and they don't do the daylight savings. Yes, our neighbors let out fireworks like crazy out here. For us in New South Wales, ACT, and Tasmania only do daylight savings. Wow. Okay. I'm retired, so I get up and go to bed when I want. Yeah. I'm reading a lady's text. Oh, that's good. Yeah, sometimes my kids and their significant others come on here and they mess with me, especially before I knew what their YouTube names were. So we're used to the walls shaking and booms. Yeah. Helicopters fly over all the time. We live about 3 miles from an airport. So, although we don't live right in there, the way they have to fly in to land. So, there we don't hear them as much as we used to when we lived in an apartment, which they flew over all the time. Could be Red Dawn, and I'd probably sleep through it. Wow. So, what I wanted to show you, ladies, was the patterns in this magazine. They got a lot of nice patterns that I'd like to make in the Crochet World magazine. I don't know if you could see those. Look at the dog mat and the little bags for kids that you could put stuff in, and the coasters. I like this tote bag here, made with a mitered square. Two of them actually. One on front side, one on the back side. I like all the bags. I really like this one. Okay. I slept through an earthquake back in 1989. Well, Cheryl, We've had earthquakes here too, and we slept through them. Most of them. Yes. There were a couple that shook us, and we were like, what was that? But it didn't rattle things off the wall or anything. Australia.
They had fires a couple years ago.
Yeah. Hey, that's funny sleeping through that. Yeah. Okay. Just got my crochet world. Did you see the cup insert for pencils in the last one? No, I didn't have the last one. Roberta. This one we lived in Newcastle. It was a pretty big one, so I'm told. We had lots of damage and a few deaths. Oh, I'm sorry. We had our first earthquake in Melbourne a few months ago.
Did they come up with any reason why they're happening?
Do you know why the earthquakes are happening?
They're blaming it on fracking. Here's oil.
Okay, when we lived in Alaska, they have small earthquakes 3 to 4 times a week. Got used to it, only one big one, a 6 about 30 miles away, not far, but not near any town. Over here, they blame the earthquakes on fracking. Kansas is the middle of a continent of the United States. So I didn't think there were any tectonic plates that could move beneath our state.
The largest earthquake ever recorded was in Missouri.
Oh, just the shifting of the tectonic plates, she thinks. That's what I thought, but we're in the middle of a continent. So I didn't think there would be any tectonic plates beneath our state. For us in Melbourne, it was some to do underground, something to do with pressure or something, but it was Millie's and Mike's away from me. Okay, Kansas has plates that shift, but fracking loses it. Yeah, they blame it on fracking that we get here for the reason for getting earthquakes here. Which that's just scientific mumbo jumbo to me. I don't know much about it. Mm-hmm. Lived in Oklahoma. We had an earthquake between 2008 and 2011. I yelled at the kids. I thought they were jumping around. Yeah, the earthquakes we've had were from either northern Oklahoma or southern Kansas, which Oklahoma's just south of us. Okay, so Roberta gets hurricanes. That's common in the East Coast. So where do you live, Roberta? I think you told me, but I forgot already. Oh, New Zealand is known as the Shaky Isles because they have so many small earthquakes. I did not know that. I learned something new. Yeah, New Zealand has heaps of earthquakes. It's weather I can't control. I'll see it in the morning. She lives in North Carolina. Yep, the East Coast. I'm from Connecticut. We've had them there too. Oh, it sure does. Yep, lots of earthquakes in New Zealand. You gotta go, Grammy Colleen? All right. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate you coming in and being my moderator. You did a great job. I feel for New Zealand. See you later, Colleen. I'll talk to you later, Colleen. Bye, Colleen. Nice having you here. Okay, so not magic is Roberta. See you later. See you, Colleen. I want someday to see New Zealand before it shakes apart. You guys need to hold it together till then. Sounds like a plan to me. So who else would like to be my moderator? Now that Grammy Colleen left. Crochet it into a net or something. I don't understand what you mean, Roberta. Okay, Lisa. You gotta go make supper. All right, we'll talk to you later. Thanks for coming in. I'm a good hall monitor. I can do it. Thank you, Roberta. If I could figure out how to do this. Yeah, I know how. I just add moderator. There you go. You're now a moderator. You all behave now. You're funny. My husband's just laughing.
I'm in control now. Just now.
Cheryl says, laugh out loud, Roberta. Not enough yarn in the world to make a net that big. I don't know. If you put all our yarn together, I bet we can make a pretty big net. Okay. Okay. Roberta, I don't understand your first text before laugh out loud. You got 1P1 Cheryl? Sandra, I'm so glad you're here, Sandra. You get to enjoy the laughs too. That's awesome. Okay. Well, you know, some people type better with their left hand. Um, you're saying sorry, left-handed typing. Yeah, welcome, Sandra. So glad you're here. What do you all want to know? I have a yarn fairy, says Roberta. So tell me about your yarn fairy. Can she be our fairy too? Have any of you made your own stitch markers? Oh, I see, Roberta. Every time you think you've used up your stash, you find more. I can see that. It seems like us yarny folk just want to share our yarn with everybody. If we've got a friend that says they can't have it, they don't have enough, we say, come on over, come check out what I've got. You can have whatever you want. Things pop up, chat disappears, videos get minimized. Wow, Cheryl, I don't know what's going on with your screen. So either she's busy weaving or they are breeding and making your babies. You're funny. Oh, geez. All right. Well, have any of you just tried making your own stitch markers? I've watched a video on it and I'm not sure if I'd be able to do it, but I'm going to give it a try eventually. You never bought cotton, Roberta? and you use yarn scraps for markers. When you're working on a big project, to go around in circles, I use yarn scraps. But when I'm working a big piece like the Liliana, I have to keep track of every 20 rows on each, or 20 stitches on each side, just to make sure I've got the right count. I don't make, I'd rather buy them or use bits of yarn like Bag-A-Day. I use bits of yarn for if I'm working in the round. Your daughter stole your markers? Oh no. If you need more, send me an email. I'll send you some. So I just gave up and was happy she's knitting again. Cool. Oh wow, Cheryl, you received a lot of them from Hobie. You must have 100 by now. Well, that's good. If you need more, let me know. I can send them to you. Mm. Roberta says, I drool over Hobie all the time. On Sundays, they have Hobie bingo. And if you go there, and even if you don't win, they'll give you 50%, or they'll give you a half price off certain yarns for 24 hours. Mary Maxim, I hear, has wonderful what did they call them? Mystery bags. And you could get those for a lot cheaper than regular price. Yep, free postage over $99 at Hobie. So when they have sales, yes, that's a good deal. So, like after Hobie Bingo, as long as you're there for Hobie Bingo, then they will send you a coupon code that you could get a discount on the yarns they were talking about. Yep. You got a text for free shipping from Mary Maxim. Oh, and you couldn't buy it? Yeah, not. It'd be nice if it were all free, wouldn't it? Ice Yarns is really cheap compared to others, but their shipping is ridiculous. But even Bag-A-Day says that taking into account the price of the yarn that's on sale and the shipping cost, if you add those all up and divide it into how many balls of yarn there were, it's still a better deal than what you can buy around here while in the United States. Okay. I have these bad habits of eating regular and sleeping indoors, so I don't get to order much. Well, I think we all have those bad habits, Roberta, because I kind of like to sleep indoors and eat on a regular basis too. Buy a lot of yarn to make it balance out. Well, and now I have to save to go visit Cheryl. Well, I was getting confused because there's a Lisa that's in here that lives near Cheryl. Well, in Australia, anyway, in that area. I thought you wanted to see New Zealand before the island breaks apart. You ladies are funny. I used to think that whole island was Australia. I didn't realize that New Zealand was on that island. Right? Yep. New Zealand is a different country than Australia. I know that now. But when I was younger, I thought that it was all Australia. I could always. From Australia to New Zealand. Zip line. Have you ever ziplined? Oh, guess who's here? Not magic, that's my husband. Hi, John. Oh, you ladies are funny. So, is there any other questions that you want to know about me and my crocheting? Oh, John is eating ice cream. Lucky him. You have tree-lined zip lines here in the city. Wow, Roberta. Have you ever ziplined? Lisa Nitz is asking what flavor ice cream? Chocolate chip cookie dough. And guess who bought it? Okay, I need, Roberta says I need to show off my markers when I get them done. That's a big if, or when I get them done. Hi, Samantha, how are you? Good, I'm glad to hear it, Samantha. What are you working on? Same thing, the granny squares. Now you have to make them. Don't leave us hanging. Yeah, I have to make the stitch markers. Hold me accountable. That's what moderators do, right? Oh, let's see. So you have ziplined, Roberta. Awesome. I've never ziplined. Okay, Roberta is asking, what was that, Samantha? Because Samantha said same thing as yesterday. When I first met Samantha, she was doing the cottage core mosaic Afghan, and she was having problems with it. And I think she started doing granny squares. Correct me if I'm wrong, Samantha. I've never done mosaic, Roberta. And I have too many projects going on right now to start. Hmm. Okay, so now I have to make them. So I gotta watch a video. on how to make them. I'll work on it. Samantha, are you still in here? I am going to start getting lunch organized. Okay, Lisa, thanks for coming. I appreciate you coming, and it's been a fun time. I thank you all for coming. Hope we can do this again. And if anybody can teach me how to YouTube, I'd be more than happy to learn. Take care. Okay. I'll zip line in someday. Okay. Well, everybody, like you said, went quiet. So, yes, it has been fun. Got a war going on outside. Here too, Roberta. We're hearing a lot of booms. Hope you all have a good night. And we'll talk to you all later. Okay. Well, we're gonna end this right now because people went quiet and they had to go, and but I hope you all have a good night and you take care, and I'll talk to you again another time, okay? Thanks, Roberta, for being my moderator. You did awesome.